Hey guys, I'm Dimension Jumper. Today I'm doing my top 5 least favorite legendary Pokemon. Now, legendary Pokemon I would say are an interesting staple of the series because they are there, whether that's part of the main story as a whole or just there to be caught for the Pokedex. And yeah, I think there have been a lot of really cool looking Pokemon. And today's video, I'll be talking about some of my least favorite legendaries to come from the Pokemon series. So yeah, so for number 5 are the Lake Spirits. Now the Lake Spirits, in terms of story, are quite relevant. I do like how they're relevant to the main story of Diamond and Pearl and Platinum. Because they are needed. Because in the main story, they're captured by Cyrus, the leader of Team Galactic, and in Platinum specifically, they help you get into the Dalton world and freeing not only Palkia but also Dialga, and they also help you navigate your way through parts of the Distortion world. But as a whole, they look pretty bland. They feel pretty much basic, and there's like, to me personally, there feels like nothing too distinct about them other than the fact they've each got different designs. And yeah, I think what would have been interesting is if they had been given a secondary typing for each one. Maybe if each one was different, maybe one of them was a psychic normal, or maybe if they were all given something like a psychic normal type or something like that, or just be given a different typing, maybe. But just they just feel a bit. I think there's a lot of potential, or some parts of, or some potential missing there. But they're okay. But I feel like this is a lot of lost potential for the Lake Spirits. So yeah. For number 4 is Cresselia. Now Cresselia, I would say, is a very breathtaking design, and I feel like it's one of those majestic looking Pokemon. I would say as a whole, it's just kind of there. I would feel like, because it's one of the few Pokemon in the game that's a roaming Pokemon, which is basically just a Pokemon that just goes around the map every time you go into a new route. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And I do like its design. I do like how it's I think, from what I remember, it's based on the moon, or has elements of the moon. It's sort of things in it. There's those moon shape ribbon things on its back. But overall, it does look interesting. I think overall it looks breathtaking and majestic. To me, it feels kind of there, and it is very annoying to catch in Gen 4. So yeah. For number 3 is Articuno. Now with Articuno, I feel like with this Pokemon, it just feels not as cool as when compared to the other legendary birds, because if we look at the other legendary birds like Zapdos and Moltres, they are cool. They're really cool looking Pokemon. I really like the design, because with Zapdos, it's basically just got part of its wings are kind of jagged and zigzaggy, and which based on its typing, it's because it's an electric flying type. And then you've got Moltres, which is a giant bird on fire, which is representing its fire flying type. Then with Articuno, the only thing that's representing its ice typing is its color, and at least with Zapdos and Moltres, they got something other than their color scheme that's representing their typing in some way. And with Articuno, it's just ice color, which is a bluey looking color. And yeah, I think it would have been a lot more better if it had droplets, frozen droplets on the tip of its wings or something, to represent its ice typing. Because it just doesn't feel as cool as the other two. Because with Zapdos, not only does it have its um, like jagged wings, but it's also got like an intimidating face as well, and it's also got like not only not only is its body covered in yellow, but part of its like wings are covered in black. I think the tips of its wings, and I think underneath part of its wings are also black as well. And with Moltres, as I said before, it's a firebird. It's a bird on fire, so that's really cool. So I feel like Articuno could have been a whole lot better. So yeah. For number two are the Reggies. Now I'm going to be mainly talking about Regirock, Regice, and Regirock, Regice, and Registeel, not Regigigas, because I feel like with that Pokemon, it's probably the coolest looking one when you compare it to the other Reggies. So yeah, and when it comes to the three Reggies, I feel like I feel like they were rushed. Towards the I feel like they were rushed, and there's like something like, oh, we need a trio of legendary Pokemon. Let's just make them basic elements or stuff like that, and just make them basic things we see every day, and just see what we come up with. And I feel like with the Reggies, they kind of felt like they needed to be added to the Pokédex just to like just to be added into there, and they're interesting. I think that way that you catch them to get to Gigas is an interesting way. I do like that, but overall, I feel like they've again similar to Cresselia, they feel a bit bland, and I feel like there's a whole lot more potential with them when it came to their design. So yeah. And for number one is Latias and Latios. Now, these Pokemon, I have a small subpar for. I think overall, Latias and Latios are very cool looking Pokemon. As legendaries, I think they're just again they feel like they're just kind of there, just to be part of the legendary group. I do like them. I do like the designs. But I feel like I feel like where like the designs, I think that's what makes them go down a bit, like, in terms of like how they seem as legendaries, because they're pretty much the same Pokemon but with a color swap. And for a while when I was still new to Pokemon, I think I remember I confused them a bit. I got them the wrong way round, and when Oras came out, they got the same Mega Evolution pretty much with the same color scheme and the same design. The only way to discern them was the eyes. And yeah, and I feel like they're okay, but like I just feel like they're just part of the forgotten sort of Pokemon, no, legendary Pokemon in the group. It's like you might remember them like, oh, they're there, and like, okay, then they just move on. And yeah, I feel like with Latias and Latios, I feel like again there's a lot of potential there for those two Pokemon. I just feel like maybe if they were given a bit more time, then maybe they would have been a little bit better, in my personal opinion. So yeah, so that's been my top 5 least favourite legendary Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.